Welcome to the Cronkite Sports Report. I'm Reese Andrews. Super Bowl 57 took sibling rivalry to a whole new level as the game pitted the Kelce brothers against each other. And Cronkite Sports reporter Olivia Eisenhower tells us the emotion between the two was on full display afterwards.
Family and football in that exact order. The Kelce brothers were headlines of Super Bowl 57, and while younger brother Travis, the tight end for Kansas City, took this one over Jason, family outlasted all.
Really happy for Trav. Played his ass off. That team deserves everything they had coming to them. They've earned it. Got a lot of respect for everybody in that organization. There's a lot of people in that organization that gave me my start in this league, including the head coach, Andy Reid. So, obviously, would have liked to win, but, happy for Trav, for sure.
There's nothing you can really say to a loved one in a situation like that. You joke around all the time and say that you want to be your brother in the biggest stage ever, but it's a weird feeling. It's a weird feeling, and that team had great leadership, great coaches. Obviously, it came down to the end, and we got all the respect in the world for those Eagles, man. But there's nothing really I could say to him other than I love him, and he played a hell of a year, a hell of a season.
With Jason expecting a little one any day now, there will be two new additions to the Kelce family, a little baby and a Super Bowl title. From Super Bowl 57 in Glendale, Olivia Eisenhower, Cronkite Sports.
Before the Eagles and Chiefs kicked off on Sunday, the WM Phoenix Open crowned Scotty Scheffler as its back-to-back champion with a score of 19 under par. Scheffler didn't find any birdies on the craziest hole in golf, but Cronkite News reporter Matt Venezia dug into what makes the 16th hole at TPC Scottsdale so unique.
The WM Phoenix Open is home to the loudest hole in all of golf. The 163-yard par 3 16th is where normal golf etiquette gets forgotten.
I would call it unmatched energy. You can't really find this. You go to a football game, yeah, it's great and all, but you think of golf, you think of something that's typically boring for the average person, and then you come to something like this, and you really experience something new.
People travel from all over the world for this specific weekend to boo golfers at the 16th hole when they miss the green and cheer for them like they just witnessed a touchdown when they get on the green from their tee shot. And it's the most unique hole for that reason in all of golf.
The screaming, the shouting right when they're walking out, it's booing, it's yelling, it's beer getting thrown everywhere. You kind of have to shield your head.
The course handicap says 16 is the second easiest hole on the golf course. Saying it's just one of the 18 holes on the scorecard is much easier said than done.
The atmosphere and the consequences obviously make it fairly challenging. So it's very rewarding when you hit a good shot and you can walk out of there with 2 or 3. And they'll let you know if you did something wrong.
The greatest show on grass didn't always have its iconic look. Over the years of exciting moments at 16, the 2023 version of this hole is proof that it's come a long way.
When this started, they had a small crowd that would show up, and it's grown over the years. We've had no stadium or coliseum, as you would call it, and it's grown into this thing that's 3 stories tall.
The PGA Tour has explored options for other tournaments to catch on to the ways of 16, but right now this par 3 remains in a league of its own.
Places try and do some stuff to get the energy up and get some stands and crowds around a certain hole or area, but this event's kind of special in its own way.
With 2023 in the books, fans will have to wait and see what next year has in store. In Scottsdale, Matt Venezia, Cronkite News.
If the weekend wasn't hectic enough already, the madness got started early with the Suns' big trade of Kevin Durant last week. The NBA trade deadline featured a lot of movement throughout the league, and the Suns welcomed 2 other additions in TJ Warren and Darius Bazley.
I've used it as an opportunity to come in and help a really good team win more games than they already have. Obviously, a playoff team, looking to make a big push to win a championship.
And to be able to be back with Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Chris Paul, and Monty Williams, the whole team is a real feeling. So definitely good times to be in this summer now.
And that's all for the Cronkite Sports Report. John and Miriam, back to you.